नहीं हो जानते सानू नहीं हो जानते नहीं हो जानते
सारे यार मेरे नाल वेलियां दी चाल मैनू नहीं चाहिए बॉडीगार्ड ਅਸੀਂ नहीं हैगे कोई स्टार ਅਸੀਂ बस लाउंदे जुगाड़ कदी ना होई मेरी हार 24 घंटे ਅਸੀਂ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਤੇ यार वाला ना बेलो तू बोल मैनू करता बोर मैं हैगा नहीं हो आशिक तू करना डाई मैं NRI just came to spit that toxic वदे ना किसे को डरे हो जा तू मेरे तो परे Nike दे बूट मेरे नवे compliment कोड़ी दबे
This is 2.5 Brown Guys episode number 2 that we filmed on the same day. So, how's Ben Phillips doing, Trevor?
No, let's talk about our first impressions of Haider.
All right.
Oh, sketch. Very sketch.
Let's hit it. Let's go.
This brown kid.
This brown
Short
kid,
little brown
I
guy
thought he was
with
just
glasses.
like stoned out of his mind, walking around like.
Always
where
wears a
am I?
hood.
Yeah.
Was sleeping in class.
Sleeping
Every time
in
I
class.
saw him.
That's a pretty solid, basic first impression from you guys.
But he's from Port Coquitlam as well. That's kind of sketch.
I don't
Brown
like
person
that. I
from
thought he was
Coco?
from Surrey for sure.
From Surrey?
That's weak, man. I don't have a Surrey vibe to me. Come on.
Yeah, you do.
A little bit.
Get
You're always
outta
wearing the
here,
hood.
man. So, hoodies aren't Surrey property.
Surrey what's up
One of the first impressions that I have of Trevor from last year. This is the first time I'm saying this. I'm not sure if this is even going to be included up there. But I remember I was walking downstairs. We hadn't actually formally met or anything yet and talked to each other. I think the first time you talked to me was after I put out a post on Medium about the All-Star game. Right? For
Yeah,
one of our
NBA,
classes.
yeah.
That is true, yeah.
That was the first time we actually talked. So this is way before then, right? So I was walking down, just overhearing this conversation, saying something along the lines of like, I'm seeing other people and hanging out with other people. Right
Yeah,
now.
I remember this. I remember that. Yeah.
But I'm not like screwing around or anything. But I just wonder if you're okay with that.
And Trevor was like, yo.
I remember that.
Trevor was he was like, yeah, of course, totally, man. You do whatever you want, man. You take all the space you need.
I remember him walking down
And
now.
then I knew. I'm just like, man, this dude's a fucking beta right there. A little beta boy. That was...
What about the fact that at the start of this entire program, people thought me and Trevor were actually cousins
Really?
Yeah, that was terrible.
in Set F?
Yeah, he said,
hang
"Why aren't you
out?
guys carpooling together?"
That's straight racism. That's all that.
Well, we actually faced real racism
Oh, we faced
in
real
SE
racism.
6.
What happened?
We're on the stairs looking down at everyone. White guy comes up to us. What are you guys doing? Excuse me, what are you guys planning on doing here?
Are you serious?
I was taking a photo for our little
Scouting
Fun
out.
project. He was just a white guy, older white guy,
Just
wearing a
some
suit. Wearing a suit and tie.
That's some of these people just decide that they're the security guard for like the space they're in.
It's ridiculous.
absurd.
This was like, what, September? September of last year?
Messed up. That's actually kind of messed up. That's a little bit
Racial
messed
profiling,
up, dude.
It's funny.
Well, what were you guys planning on doing?
I was just taking pictures for a Viswan project.
That's what we were doing.
On my phone.
Yeah.
Why were you there? Why are you just always there when bad shit happens, Trevor? Why are you just always
was there.
present?
Now, what I want to know is, I actually found some videos on YouTube
Oh, God.
of Mr. Haider
This is
on
too much of me now. Come on.
No,
what
this is the Haider
at
Ryan podcast.
SFU.
Okay.
Giving some sort of a business pitch.
Yeah.
Clean
Which was
shaven
actually
too.
clean shaven.
Yeah.
It was really well done.
It was all right, I think. I came in third place.
Kind of lecturing
There
everyone.
were two
though.
people who were better than me there, which
I
pissed
mean,
me off. Which still pisses me
You
off.
did keep saying, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah,
ladies
fair.
and gentlemen.
So it's. I don't know if you guys know how that works.
It's
No,
like
I don't.
you don't actually know what's going to be on the
You don't
screen
know the
behind
slides.
you.
You just like
You just got to go with
make it up as it goes.
Right,
Yeah. That was back when I was considering. This is gonna make you guys laugh. Considering a foray into stand-up comedy.
Oh my god. I would pay to see him at Yuck Yucks.
No. It's
I would
bad.
say to
This
see
is
him
all
at
going
Yuck
on the
Yucks.
Facebook group.
Guys, I've done it. I went up.
were at Yuck
What?
Yucks?
Not Yuck Yucks, but I've gone to a few open mics, and I've just failed miserably. Like I've had one open mic when I went up there, and it was just literally cricket silence. Like it was just the most awkward, embarrassing thing in the world. I'm not even lying. A part of that though is because nobody laughs in Vancouver when it comes to comedy clubs. Because like
Maybe they also saw a brown guy up there and thought, there's something more to this.
maybe I wasn't funny. That could be it too.
Or you weren't funny, you know.
That's
Holy
a
fuck.
possibility as well. I considered it, yes. And I wrote like for about 6 months there. I was just like literally going home and watching all the greats, Chris Rock, Chappelle, all these guys, and then writing comedy, pages and pages of stand-up. And then I just decided, you know what, I suck so bad on stage that
see-
this wasn't for me.
How come there was no Russell Peters in that, or
Yeah.
Sugar Sammy?
So if I could explain, I think those two are jokes. Okay. So I loved both of those two guys back in the day. I really did. But I watch their comedy now and it just doesn't hold up personally. And I almost think that a part of the reason they made it was because they were being so stereotypically brown in their humor. Like I would rather see a brown person be able to make it in stand-up comedy without explicitly having to be brown, you know? What happened to Sugar Sammy now? I feel like he just
I
went
don't
all
know.
French,
He had
right?
one special that I saw on HBO Canada.
Oh, did
Never
he?
heard from him again. That was like a few years ago, though.
I think he has a show in Quebec. Like, I think he's gone
He was
super
at-
French.
He was actually here recently, I believe. He was at the Bell Center in Surrey. Didn't actually go to it because there were like 4 other people with him, and like I didn't want to see him. But
I
I don't know what he's doing.
I remember the joke that he made that still sticks with me is I think he's the first guy who called out Apu from The Simpsons. He was like, man, all these other races, like black people, man, they got Denzel, man. White people, they got Brad Pitt, man. I got Apu from The Simpsons. And it just, I was like 9 years old, and it just made me fucking laugh out loud. So bad.
How long
Was I
has Sugar
9,
Sammy
10,
been
11?
around
I
if you
don't
were
know.
9 years old?
He was around Russell Peters this time. When was Russell Peters? Like,
I don't know. Russell Peters didn't really pop off until like I was probably in like grade 10.
no way. That can't be true, dude. 'Cause
Unless we just all found it then.
So I
don't know.
I remember that special of his where he made the joke about somebody gonna be
Somebody gonna get hurt real
Somebody
bad.
gonna get
Yeah,
hurt
yeah.
real bad, right? I remember being in middle school. Like YouTube was just becoming a thing.
Middle school,
Yeah,
Trevor.
middle school.
What's that?
They got middle school in Poco.
So that's
Not
grade,
out in Surrey.
grade 6 to grade 8.
I can't believe you're from Pogo.
Grade 6 to grade 8. And that's when that video I think was starting to go viral and he was becoming popular. So
Maybe.
you
I
guys
don't know.
might have.
Well, out in Surrey,
Yeah.
it was more
You guys
of a
relate on
guy by the
everything,
name of
though.
Harmon the Hater. I
You're
don't know if
from
you've heard of
Surrey.
him
Who is this guy?
on YouTube.
Some brown dude? Some brown stand-up?
Some brown. He wasn't a stand-up guy. He basically just had a camera, sat in front of it, and ranted about shit that he hated. Harmon the Hater.
That's pretty good.
6 Green Apples. Check it out on YouTube.
Was he popular? Did he make
He was
a-
very popular amongst us brown youth in Surrey
Really?
at the time. Shout out to PM as well as Newton Elementary.
Yeah.
Sorry, what's up?
I don't know what happened, man. You had those two come up on the scene, make some noise, and then there just haven't been any other brown funny men. Like Aziz Ansari's, I think, an embarrassment.
He's bad.
I actually don't find him funny.
He's bad at
I
stand-up.
don't either, man. So his show is great. His second season,
Never seen the
especially.
show
Master
either.
of None?
Yeah, second
Dope
season.
as fuck. Kind of reminds me of this guy.
Great show.
Kind of struggling, trying to find his place, but talented.
Thank you.
Master of None is really good.
It is great, but like, here's the problem I have with him. Everything he's done to get to the point where he can actually be in Master of None and have the opportunity to write that show has just been shit, in my opinion. Like, it's just like people hyping up
I don't
another
think he
brown
was
guy
good in
who isn't
Parks.
that talented. I don't think he was that good in Parks, and I really don't like his stand-up at all.
Never seen any of his shows, to be honest.
Yeah, he's not that funny. He's really not. Same with what's her name, Mindy Kaling.
Again,
No, I
never
can't
watched
stand
any of
her.
her shows.
These are all these mainstream sort of
It's
brown
the mainstream.
comedians. Like,
Hassan Minaj?
Oh,
no,
Never
don't
watched
like
any
him.
of his stuff.
To be honest,
Hate
though,
him.
his stand-up wasn't bad. I watched
Never
his
seen it
stand-up. It's
either.
not bad.
Hassan Minaj.
You know who's actually quite a funny stand-up person? Paul Chowdhury.
I haven't.
I've
From
heard
the
of
UK. You need to YouTube Paul Chowdhury.
Mm.
It is hilarious.
I'm
He
just
actually,
like,
I think it's called What's Happening White People or some shit like that.
man, I just remember Russell Peters just. I remember when it was over when he started every single one of his specials the exact same way.
I
A
think
lot of white people here.
When he started doing his Christmas specials on CBC or whatever, that's kind of when the downhill started.
Where are the Chinese at? Who? Oh, that's not their name. That's every single time he makes that joke.
He's too mainstream.
It's too mainstream. But he did it. Like, he's kind of, dude. This guy, even though he's like he was. A big part of his audience would be minorities, obviously, compared to other
sure,
comedians.
yeah.
I think there were a time when this dude was the highest paid comedian in the world,
Yep.
Probably.
which is an accomplishment. Like, that's talk about just like knowing your market, knowing and just going after it and just like killing it in a way that anyone else conventional looking couldn't. That was impressive, I'll say. Trevor Knapp, I think you'd be a great stand-up comic.
I think you would as well.
I actually do. I think you just go and rage, just let it all out.
Just
You
rage.
got a lot of anger.
rage
in
is
there.
I have a
funny.
ton of anger in me.
Let me out.
Pent up-
What are you mad about nowadays?
Fucking people, man. I look at you and I fucking hate you.
Why? Why do you?
I'm kidding.
Why do you have so much hate for
No,
me?
I just have pent up frustration.
You got to do
all the
like
time.
ecstasy or something, man. You got to do Molly or something. That's what you got to do.
What would I be like on cocaine?
On cocaine, I don't know. I don't know about that. But I from what I've heard about cocaine, I don't think it's a drug you should do personally.
Now, guys, what are your thoughts on this Facebook group that we've been in for over a year now? There's some questionable posts that I've seen on this group.
Yeah, I wonder who the source of those posts are.
What's with Ben putting your passport picture in the group? Why does he have your passport?
I don't know why he had my passport in the first place.
That's interesting. You can do a lot of damage with someone's passport, don't you know? No, it was one of the most boring posts I think of our group's history, personally. It's just a picture of your face. There's enough of those out there. So, the third best post of the year. Tonight's poll question is as followed. Less dramatic than last week. Does Trevor Knapp look like a terrorist in his passport photo? Photo in comments. I don't think you look like a terrorist.
Thank you.
Just so you know.
I voted yes.
Yeah.
That's
Some
right.
people think I look sketchy, man.
A little bit
I do
sketchy.
look sketchy in that photo.
You don't look sketchy. In that photo, maybe.
I mean,
but-
compared to you, I don't look sketchy, but yeah.
Yeah, but then it's like, you know, like I don't look at you and feel threatened.
Trevor, how old were you in that photo?
17?
Oh my God.
17.
Jesus Christ.
Little baby Trevor, man.
How old is Haider Nyani?
I'm 23 years old. How old are you?
How old do you think I am?
Fucking, I don't know, 21?
20.
You're 20.
Yeah.
You're a child. We haven't learned anything about
That is
Ryan
true.
besides that he
Okay.
likes DeMar DeRozan. That's it. Why? Come on, everyone likes the chase, don't they? Of someone that they like and you know, trying to flirt and having a crush. And why do you want to rely on just Shadi.com?
Okay, first of all, Shally.com is a reliable option.